Hey buddy, it's Peter. If you're just tuning into this channel for the first time, normally I don't talk about big motorhomes like this, but I rented it for the weekend and I did a previous video where I did a full tour of this, and I also did a video talking about where I am. But in this video, I want to talk about an issue that's coming up in the RV industry that I don't think people are dealing with yet. I think the RV industry is in trouble as we transition to greener vehicles. And I think that a real solution for some of us actually may be motorhomes like this in that transition. And the key to motorhomes like this is going to be renting instead of buying. I think it's a really key piece to moving, and I'll talk about why I think it's a logical piece. First of all, let's use myself as an example. I don't think I'm atypical in that for many years I had a pickup truck to tow our trailer around. And you know, really I didn't need a pickup truck for anything else, but that's what I had. So I had one big vehicle to tow our trailer, and I spent 365 days a year driving that vehicle around, getting relatively poor fuel efficiency, and all to allow us for the 2 or 3 weeks vacation that we had to actually use our trailer. And when I say 2 or 3 weeks vacation, really those driving in those 2 or 3 weeks was probably even a third of that. So maybe 6, 7 days of driving in a year out of 365 that I needed a pickup truck to tow a trailer. So here's why I think renting is a key piece to having a greener EV type future. Now I drive currently an EV. I've been involved in the EV space for 10 years plus professionally. So I've also been involved in the RV space for 10 or so more years before that, and I've still kind of stayed loosely involved with that. So I think I have some context to talk about this, but we can always debate that in the comments. There's some bugs out here today, which I did not expect. It's Thanksgiving weekend in Canada. All right, I want to talk about this for a second. If you're going to transition to EVs, you have a lot of RV makers doing different things. First of all, some are saying, change this into an electric vehicle. And I'm saying that is so far off, you're going to lose an entire generation of RVers, because by the time you get the charging fast enough and everything else that people can use these and get those charging stations and charging capabilities out in remote locations, you really can't do the RVing that you wanted to do. So I don't think that's a great short-term solution. I think that, like take New Brunswick, for example. You have fast charging EV stations, but outside of Tesla's network, you look for 350 kilowatt fast chargers, they simply don't have them here. Most of them are 50 kilowatt chargers, maybe 150 kilowatt chargers and that kind of thing. So a lot of your fast charging network already isn't in place, and it's going to be a long time before it gets in place. So I don't think switching this to an EV makes any sense, because these things are already, I don't know what this thing costs to buy, but let's be honest, some Sprinter vans are over $200,000 or $250,000 just for a little Sprinter van, and I would say this is maybe even worth more than that at times, depending on how you equip them up. So that's not a solution. Airstream is saying the solution is to throw big heavy batteries in your trailer, use those batteries to help charge your vehicle, which just takes a very expensive Airstream trailer and makes it even more expensive with a whole bunch of batteries. So I don't think that's the solution. So the solution that we've all been talking about that's actually makes sense, that people can afford, is if you're buying an electric vehicle or a hybrid vehicle or a plug-in hybrid vehicle, and it may have limited towing capacity, just get a smaller trailer. And there's definitely some value to that. I'd spent a lot of time reviewing small trailers on this channel for that reason. I think that's a big step to the future. But small trailers aren't for everyone. If you have a family that is used to having a kitchen inside, is used to having a bathroom inside, used to having everything they need, even a stove, a fridge, an oven inside, and a microwave, and all your plumbing and everything else, showers inside. If you have a family that's used to doing that, that's where renting comes in place. And I'm doing this video, I rented this from Trias Truck Centers in Fredericton, New Brunswick, and I think that they have some of this figured out. Get a cool unit that works for families. Stop charging them for the crazy stuff, like having to fill with propane, having to do this, that, and the other thing. If you rent this unit from them, it's full of propane already. They filled it with water for me. It's all ready to go. So I don't even have to plug into my water here at the campground. If I wanted to camp off grid right now, I could do that. It's got a generator in there. It's all good to go. It's full of propane. And when I return it to them, all I got to do is, just like a rental car, fill it up with fuel. So in this case, fill it up with diesel fuel, and it's good to go. So how is a 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel engine going to help in the transition to an electric or efficient future? Here's where I think it makes sense. I'm able to drive 2 fully electric vehicles and take this out for a weekend. Now, if you're someone who's of the opinion that says absolutely any big engine has to go right away, okay, sure. But there are some E-friendly or energy efficiency friendly pieces to this. First of all, you have one unit that can service multiple families throughout the year. So the production costs of all that is sort of spread out. As an owner, you don't have to pay for things like storage. You don't have to have a bigger garage and live in, you know, bigger yard places, that kind of thing, to be able to fit this thing on your property. You can live in more dense areas and that kind of thing. You also have the ability to drive something that is very efficient for 360 days of the year. And when you're driving this for 10 days, again, because most of the time this is going to sit on the campground. I'm not going to tour every day, but you know, maybe I can. So now I'm only using the fuel when I need to. And when I reflect back on when I had a pickup truck and I had to use that pickup truck to tow my vehicle or tow my trailer, 300 plus days of the year, I was wasting fuel when I did not need to be doing that. And let's face it, it's probably 350, 360 days a year. I was wasting fuel every single day that I didn't need that vehicle for, but I bought that vehicle to do that slight vacations that I do every now and then. So I think renting is a key piece. If you're interested in renting, especially if you're in like the Southern Ontario area or anywhere and you're heading out east on an out east vacation, I would encourage you, don't rent from Ontario. Drive out to Fredericton, New Brunswick, go to Trias Truck Centers. The link is in the description of this video. You can check them out. You can rent this exact unit. That's what I just did. But you can rent there and start touring everywhere out east. Like I said, there's a video explaining what this unit is. I'll probably do future videos, walkthroughs of a little bit more. And then stay tuned to this channel, maybe hit subscribe, because part of this playlist, part of this section, I'm gonna talk about where I am right now. It's Thanksgiving weekend. I'm out at Ocean River Campground here in New Brunswick, which is an out of the way place, which is absolutely gorgeous. And if you don't think ocean and river sound pretty cool together in one campground, that's what this is. We'll talk about that in a future video. Thanks everybody for watching.